the Dunlop National Rally Championship.
Hello there and welcome to a brand new series of On the Limit Sports, where we will once again be travelling the length and breadth of the country to bring you the very best of motorsport action. Well, there's no better place in the country to be for the opening round of the 2004 Dunlop National Rally Championship than the fantastic Dingle Peninsula. The National Rally Championship is continually improving, and that is shown in a record of 20 World Rally cars that will compete here this weekend. Many of the leaders for this year's championship will be battling it out over these infamous Kerry stages. Niall, a bit of bad luck last year, but great to see you back content in the National Championship. New car, new championship, new year.
That's right, yeah. Last year we done 3 or 4 events, and a couple of them events we had a wee bit of bad luck on them, and with engine problems and all. But this year now we've got invested in a new car, and this is the start of the championship. But here today now, it's unbelievable. There's 18 World Rally cars in the top 23. It's some entry, you know.
Adrian, you took 3rd place in the championship overall last year, but this year you have a new car, it's a new championship. Are you feeling confident?
The championship's going to be a whole different ball game this year than it was last year. Like, the entry here is unbelievable, the amount of WRCs that are in this rally. You wouldn't see it anywhere else in the world. The car that I have, all right, I've stepped up, but sure, so is everybody else, you know. So, like, I'd say we'll be doing well to finish what we did last year, but definitely going to try.
Donny, you're fresh from your win in Cork. You do have a bit of local knowledge here in Kerry. Are you going to be able to make it your 2nd win of the year?
Obviously we'd like to make it our 2nd win. There's a lot of tough competition here, like Niall Maguire is twice national champion, obviously for a reason. Jim Harrison goes extremely hard. Kevin Lynch behind us, and you've Melvin Evans. There's a number of guys. We'll certainly have as much of a race as we can.
First off the start ramp is number 1 seed and former Irish champion Niall Maguire, with Paul McLaughlin navigating. And hoping to bring the Kerry crown back to the United Kingdom is Macclefield's Jim Harrison, partnered as usual by Harvey Bell. Fresh from their inaugural win on the West Cork Rally, Donny O'Sullivan and Paul Nagel will be focusing on a 2 in a row. The first loop starts west of the village of Anniscall, more famous as the home place of the Antarctic explorer, the legendary Tom Crean. Then it's into special stage 2, Connor Pass, which always poses a great challenge for the drivers with its tight and twisty sections.
Well, we're out here now on stage 1, Minard Castle, and as you can see, the weather conditions have changed dramatically since yesterday. Yesterday the sun was splitting the rocks. Today these guys are going to face treacherous road conditions over stage 1. As Niall Maguire leads the starting ramp, 20 World Rally cars following him. This is a brilliant National Rally Championship.
Niall Maguire starts in spectacular form as the conditions are atrocious on the opener, but further on they change to grippier but abrasive surfaces. Jim Harrison is committing himself to the championship and is very determined to win it, having won a round last year in Clare. With this relatively new car, he surely poses a big threat to the championship regulars.
Max jump 100. Crest and jump 70. Crest and fast left plus maybe. That's in it.
With his Ford Focus refettled after the last event, which he won, Donny O'Sullivan is hoping to make it a local victory and also break the Subaru dominance in Irish rallying.
3 left plus 100, left plus 100, one dip into 2 left over crest, 140, flat crest 40.
Kevin Lynch has come out of the woods to try his hand at tarmac rallying, and with the wet and gravelly conditions, his forest driving experience will be very much to the fore. Monaghan crew Adrian McIlvany and Paul Goodman are in the deep end, having been caught out in the wet on slick racing tyres. This dents the driver's confidence considerably, and he posts a per time of 7:24 on the opening stage.
Crest, 2 left, king, 2 right. Remember this? 100. two right and a two left. And left into two left in.
Welshman Melvin Evans' rally finishes exactly where it started, on the start line, when he has transmission failure. One of the few Escort WRC rally drivers in the top 10 is David Armstrong, with Corkman Bob Kelly navigating. Patrick Elliott and David Monaghan get their Subaru very sideways in the wet conditions, showing just how difficult it is to keep the power on.
80 over bridge, and flat 3 right cut long, and flat 2 left long, 150 small crest, braking at the sign, 40 turn acute left.
West Cork crew Lee McCarthy and Kieran Murphy are out to take the trophies back to Cork from Kerryman Donny O'Sullivan.
Melvin, you didn't get to do much of rally this weekend, stalling on the start line. What happened?
Well, it didn't actually stall. We just put it in a gear and left the clutch out, and bang, somebody went in the gearbox. So we didn't actually move 2 yards, I don't think. We tried another gear to see if it would just get another gear, but it's making a horrible, real bad noises in the gearbox.
Dennis Cronin and Helen Sullivan have joined the four-wheel drive brigade, and they're putting up a challenge to the others with their new Celica. An aggressive J.J. Fleming is making good use of his Circuit of Ireland winning car and is hoping for a good result on his first outing. This car is no stranger to Irish rallying fans. New owner George Cullen has restored the impressive 555 to its former glory. John Gallagher completed the first stage okay, although he did lose a small bit of time when his windscreen fogged up in the wet conditions, but subsequently retired anyway, his Escort's gearbox playing up on the way to stage 2. The rapid gear changes of the latest spec Subarus show just where Noel Redmond gets his stage times as he powers through the Connor Pass.
Stay in the middle of the square right, and 5 left, 60, 4 left, 60, 2 left, 250 up the middle, and a 2 left, don't cut.
Carl, this is your very first time to compete in the national round, and in fact you're in a very different car this weekend as well, the Hyundai Accent WRC. What made you choose this type of a car?
Well, basically we were looking for something different, something appealing, as opposed to the normal Subaru parade in these national rallies. Eurocable's the team that's sponsoring me, basically wanted to enter a 2-car team in the whole championship.
Turn tight, 5 right, round White House and right. Repeat, turn tight, 5 right, round White House and right. 2 left here, 2 right, 3 left. 2 right if the 2 left continues. 2 right if the 2 left continues.
The silence in remote Kerry is shattered by the approach of Ray Breen and Andrew Purcell, who are making a full assault on the championship this year. Maynooth Kevin Barrett and Barry Goodman follow suit in their new Subaru.
60, 2 left, 80. Left into 3 right and 3 left and 2 right, 24 left and 4 right, 43 left.
David McNulty and Keith Kilcoyne made the long trip from Enniskillen to compete, hoping to bag some points for the championship. West Euro Cup winner Paddy White from Navan with a change of navigator for this year in James McKee.
We're used to seeing you contend in the Tarmac Championship. You haven't competed in a national event now in 2 years, so why the sudden change?
The national championship it suits me better this year, and having talked to a lot of the fellow competitors, it suits them better. You know, it's 1-day rally and a 1-day recce, and less time away from business and less time away from home.
Right, 4, battery left, at it, and watch it. And right, battery left, and right. 100, absolute 1 left. 100 plus, absolute 1 left.
Group N regular Willie Fannin and Richard Price are up against stiff competition with very high-class machinery in the showroom category.
Long 4 right, 60, very tight. Square right, 5 left, caution, square right, 5 left. Square right, 5 left.
Gabriel Martin and Mark Kane take no prisoners in this downhill section as they press on to the end of the stage with another top time.
Niall, you got through the famous Connor Pass. Is it slippy up there?
No, it's not too bad. It's grand, actually. The first stage was very slippy this morning. That in there, it's not too bad now. That's good grip on that stage.
So you have 2 stages down. Are you feeling it went all right?
Well, I'll have to see with the boys behind me. Jim took 6 off me in the first one, and then Downey took 4 off me. So I think we're laying third overall at the moment.
Harvey, at the moment you're leading the rally by 5 seconds. Not a bad morning's work.
It's been interesting, very slippy. That's the only thing which has been hard. I was struggling trying to keep up with him down the back end of Connor Pass, and we actually did lose a lot of time. We were told we were 5 seconds up on Niall on the top of Connor Pass, but we lost 6 seconds coming back down the other side of it, so that hurt us a little. My fault, I think.
Donny, are you happy with your pace this morning?
Yeah, everything is going fine. We're driving a nice steady pace, so we're pretty close. The first 3 cars are pretty close, and I think there's a bit of a gap back to the next guys then, so we're happy with that.
You're comfortable?
Ah, we're happy, yeah.
Stage 3 has been run in reverse format from the last 2 years, and it starts just short of the foot of Brandon Mountain and continues around Ballydavid Head. Stage 4, the surface of this 12-mile stage, is extremely abrasive, so hard compound tyre would be the ideal choice. Niall Maguire slides his way in pursuit of the leader, but still lacks complete confidence in his new car, with this his second outing, even though his first one resulted in a win. On a hard charge to stay on top of the timesheets is Jim Harrison, but it all goes wrong as our in-car camera shows.
Turn 90 left, immediate turn 90 right. Stay in it.
And here we see the crash again from Graham Lane's fan cam. Tony O'Sullivan pushes his way through this chicane as the damage to the car is done on Paul Nagel's side. But he's really trying, and it shows as he wrestles with the Focus. He almost gets it all wrong on his way to the rally lead.
3 left, 3 right, 40, hairpin right, carry speed. 40, hairpin left. Hairpin left, 200.
Kevin Lynch is inch perfect on this junction. Not bad driving, considering that it's his first time competing on Kerry tarmac. Adrian McIlvany and Paul Goodman are still trying to get to grips with their new car. Adrian is finding the gear change a little strange, as he cannot get used to the magic wand he calls the gear lever.
So it'll turn 6 right again. And 3 left. 70.
Patrick Elliott and David Moynihan are still going for the moment, but will crash out further on. Kevin Barrett and Barry Goodman are really having a go at the roads drying out. They have more confidence in the grip of their tyres.
1 right, 80, 1 left, maybe 80. 2 right over bumps, 60, 2 right and 2 left at Green Pier, 80, 5 left.
Well, it was Englishman James Harrison who set the pace here in the early stages of the Circle of Kerry rally. However, he had a bad overshoot on stage 3, costing him approximately half a minute, meaning Killarney man Donny O'Sullivan goes out to tackle the next group of stages with a 17-second lead. But will he be able to hold on to that lead with former national rally champion Niall Maguire close on his tail?
The Dunlop National Rally Championship. The Dunlop National Rally Championship. Dingle Harbour is where the service halt is for the first round of this series. Also an appearance of our new presenter.
Jim, a few battle scars evident on the car there. What caused them?
Bit of late braking, which was my fault, you know, just it was very, very wet out there, and we came into a long straight turn 90 left the braking too late, a bit greasy, and just went straight on into a bank, really.
Paul, you're heading out to the next loop of stages with a 17-second lead. Do you think you're going to take victory here today?
It's a long way to go. It's only halfway through the day so far, but the last two stages we were flying and the car's going very well and the tyres are working superb, so we're very happy.
Stage 5 and 6 is a rerun of stages 1 and 2, Menard Castle and Connor Pass. And with weather conditions improving over the beautiful Dingle Peninsula, stage times are sure to improve. As the spectators brave the elements of the Irish weather, they await the Subaru of Niall Maguire and Paul McLaughlin, who are trying hard to catch the flying Donny O'Sullivan. And here he is with Paul Nagel. Despite stalling on the start line, they have a clear lead and have a lot more to get out of the car.
Stay in the middle all the way down along here. 1 right, 2 left, 40, 5 left, backing off. While the back off, 5 right. 40, 3 left. Flat 2 right, 80, 4 right, don't cut, 80. Right, don't cut here. Right, don't cut, 80. Flat 3 left.
The slippery roads of Kerry have cost Jim Harrison and Harvey Bell the rally lead, but they are still in line to bag some points with a long way to go in the championship.
Max left, 50, slight left, opens, 50. Cut fast right. Bit of a bump, and slight left, whoa. Crest into long medium left.
The whistling Subaru of Kevin Lynch and Francis Regan is on its way to a 4th fastest time on this stage. Adrian McElvanney is now getting more confidence with every stage mile, but lost too much time on the first 4 stages to challenge the leaders.
And 3 left, into small jump, into 4 left, into 1 right continues, this is 4 left here, into 1 right continues, the 2 at the wall, into 2 left, into crest, into 2 left over crest.
The Corolla of Lee McCarthy is just inside the top 10, but his car is a little outdated in the technology front in comparison with the machinery ahead of him. Struggling with gearbox and brake problems is Dennis Cronin and Helen Sullivan, who gets their Celica to the finish of the stages, but also collect a puncture. JJ Fleming and Robbie Ward are enjoying their run immensely and very happy with their 5th overall position. Noel Redmond and local man Diarmaid Falvey are pushing hard in their Subaru, hoping to improve their stage times, as they are absolutely flat out in 6th gear.
Black crest, 1 left, 250. Black crest, 1 left, 250. And 4 left at the chevron.
Carl Arthurs is another driver relying on the knowledge of local navigator Jakes Kelly. Their Hyundai is unfamiliar machinery amongst all the many Subarus.
2 left, 60 up there. 4 right. Okay, 4 right. And 3 left. And 1 right, 40. Whoa, 1 right, 40. 2 left, 100. Go 100. 1 right, 80. Repeat, 1 right, 80. 3 left, 80. Okay, go 80.
Ray Breen and Andrew Purcell are well into their stride as they haven't competed that regularly of late. The Waterford pairing have lost none of their flair.
Kevin, indeed you have a busy year ahead of you. You're contending the National Championship, but also the Dutch Championship.
Yeah, we decided, we were over in Holland last year, and we decided to give the Dutch Championship a go this year, and also do the National Championship. So we had quite enough year last year, so we're going to make up for it this year, hopefully.
Andrew Stewart and Fabian McShane from Donegal are leading Group N, but a puncture will lose them 30 seconds and the lead.
Up to the crest, by 2, and watch it. Stay right over crest, and the fast 3 left over crest. Watch it here, fast 3 left over crest, and 250 plus. That gravel wasn't there yesterday.
And so it's this crew who will be the victors of Group N. Gabriel Martin and Mark Kane from Dublin take their first overall results. Willie Fanning and Richard Price are runners-up in their rapid Impreza.
3 left, 3 right here now, 80, 1 left, 3 left, 1 right into long 2 left, 3 left, 1 right, long 2 left, 170, long 2 left, 170, 1 right, don't cut, 150.
Now you need now to be putting the pressure on Donny O'Sullivan.
Yes, I think we've got 2 seconds on Donny there and Connor passed there, but Donny had a good time on the stage previous to me, and he's he's going hard.
Adrian, has the morning improved any?
I don't know whether we are or not. We're maybe getting a wee bit more used to it. We're not very quick now today, but sure, it'll take a while to settle into the car.
You're still being cautious.
Still been too cautious, yeah. Time I took my finger out.
JJ, how ready are you to tackle the next loop?
Well, we're looking forward to them. It's dried out a little bit, so hopefully we'll have a go at the next two.
How's your day going so far?
We're surprised. I think we're running around 6th at the moment, so we're happy enough to be in the top 10 at this stage.
Paul Authors goes through the final stage delighted with his performance in his new Hyundai and promises more to come for the rest of the season. Gabriel Martin sails home to win Group N on the very last stage. George Cullen had to settle for 8th place overall due to some transmission problems. Adrian McIlvanney was disappointed with his performance, but early brake problems and adjusting to a new car obviously cost him a lot of time. Kevin Lynch put in a great result for his first attempt at the Tarmac Championship with 6th overall. JJ Fleming was amazed at the pace of his new car and had his best result to date with a fine 5th overall. Ray Breen's return to rallying shows that he's lost none of his speed and will definitely be a man to watch for the rest of the season. And so to the podium. First to step up an early leader before crashing, James Harrison and Harvey Bell from the UK are definitely on course to win a few rounds this year. Second overall, and with no answers to the flying forward, Niall Maguire and Paul McLaughlin tried hard all day but couldn't catch the local man with his Impreza. And taking their second win in as many events, Tony O'Sullivan and Paul Nagel keep the crown in the kingdom as they make it a local victory. And as they cross the finishing ramp, they are clearly focusing on the Tarmac title this year in their BioClear-backed Focus.
Tony, you must be delighted to take a win here at one of your local events.
It's absolutely fantastic with the quality of the intro, the start of the event. It's an honour to win it, to be honest. The stages were fantastic. Richard Talbot and the team ran a fantastic rally. The spectators were so well controlled, and we had a great race with Jim Harrison and Niall Maguire all day, so it's absolutely fantastic.
Well done to Richard Talbot and his team for running an excellent event in the very changing weather conditions and once again providing a superb day's rallying. And so the final result after round 1 of the Dunlop National Rally Championship. JJ Fleming in 5th, Ray Breen in 4th, Jim Harrison and Harvey Bell in 3rd, Niall Maguire and Paul McLaughlin in 2nd, and Tony O'Sullivan and Paul Nagel in 1st.